Hello?
Hello. Looking for some medicine? Drugs? Ingredients, maybe?
You're a brave man to come back here, Mr. Mancer. You're also a wanted man. Not that I'd turn you in. Wouldn't be good for business. What do you need?
Hey there, Fiorello.
Ah, the one, the only, Zachariah Mancer. A pleasure as always. What brings you here this fine day? Traitor, get him!
road to Noctis.
Hush up. As we close in on the city, I'll have to dodge a shit ton of potholes made by the fuckload of traffic. So I'm gonna need absolute concentration.
Noctis is quaint, but too businessy for my taste.
Well, it is a merchant city.
Indeed, but where's the science? Where's the progress? After all, science is the one who made all this possible. I mean, it's also the reason why we're stuck here.
When we get there, we should go say hello to Dandolo. He hates it when I don't stop by to peck him on the cheek.
I still like this city. It was the first human place where my brothers could roam free.
I didn't see many of you there, though.
So many memories over there. So many bad ones. The nostalgia of spending hundreds of hours in the unloading area, filling and emptying Marcello's sand sails. Is nostalgia the right word? Because past aside, it feels like home now.
Zachariah, your help would be indispensable once more.
I'm listening.
First, I want to thank you for helping me, my mother, and all the mutants.
I don't really feel like I helped your mother, but if you say so.
Sometimes you have to look beyond appearances. I miss her a lot, but at least she did not suffer thanks to you. But let's get back to what I wanted to talk about with you. I managed to get in touch with a man who can provide us with military equipment. And we are going to need it because we have to be able to defend ourselves. But that man will never do business with the mutant. That is why I need you to negotiate in my place. If you wanted to look like a merchant from Noctis and go to the meeting point with me, I'm sure that he would agree to sell you the surplus we need so much.
That doesn't sound too complicated. I guess I can do it.
Thank you. We will never forget what you did for us, Zach. Come join me when you find a merchant outfit, and we will go to the meeting point together. It is below a shadow path. I will show it to Amelia.
What's the Mutant Nation? You created it, right?
It is a little overblown, but I was one of its founders, among many others. Of course, other mutants were living outside the city as runaway slaves, hidden here and there, stealing whatever they could find in order to survive. A small community had settled in Noctis and benefited from the hospitality of the merchants, who allowed them to move around freely. However, we did not have any way to defend ourselves or plan a future. We were all spread out. A few of us decided to get together. We found a place, a very unique one, and we soon started doing it up, bringing in equipment and erecting houses. As for me, I especially wanted to free as many brothers and sisters as possible. So I went back to Ophir, and I realized that nobody cared about mutants, especially if they didn't look very smart. I began to help dozens of them escape. And our nation soon began to grow. There are a lot of us now, and I hope that all mutants will be able to live there someday.
You, sir, just came at a fortunate time. I just stocked new merchandise.
I need some information.
If it's about anything you see in here, I'm happy to help. Otherwise, not sure I have what you need. You, sir, just came at a fortunate time.
Most exotic goods on the planet. All here, in one stall.
I just need information.
The only information I have is about my goods. Most exotic goods on the planet.
Goodbye, then.
most exotic goods on the planet. All here. The most exotic goods on the planet.
I just need information.
The only information I have is about my...
Goodbye, then.
It's a shame. I have some wonderful goods. The most exotic...
Set up the exchange with that Aurora quartermaster if he was a complete stranger.
Some mutants aspire for freedom everywhere, Aurora included. When I learned that the quartermaster was looking to dispose of stocks of merchandise, I sent messengers.
Messengers? Mutant messengers? And he still took the messages seriously?
No, I paid humans, noble-looking ones too. Plus, we have a few sympathizers over there, some of which are merchants who are always more than helpful, for a price.
I thought you didn't want Dandolo in the loop.
Indeed, I had to pay them. A lot.
Quite a pickle. Exchanging weapons with Aurora when half the people in this rover are from Abundance. Goodness, what if... No, we wouldn't get caught.
I hope you can all stay discreet. I'm looking at you, Amelia. Because then our meeting would end rather... I know that Aurora tolerates alliance. Rumor has it that they even considered allying. But Abundance, they'd rather go to war. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said it. If there's any corporation you want to be heard talking about, just talk about alliance. Avoid the others. Don't want to start anything.
Hey, Zach. Count on me if you need some help during the transaction. I've got real-life experience, after all.
Phobos, if Dandolo finds out you're plotting behind his back,
He's my ally, Nisha, not my mother. Which means I don't have to tell him what I'm doing at every hour. I think that our negotiator is already there. He must be waiting for us below the Shadow Path.
If you're interested, I could play the role. Even if I'm retired, I still know my way around the merchant's world.
Thank you for the offer, Andrew. If Zachariah does not feel up to it, I'll be sure to call on you.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Hi, I'm Zachariah. Are you Sincerity?
Yes. Your message mentioned that you're a merchant and that you may be interested in some merchandise. I have some overstock that I'm willing to sell, but I want to be sure that this merchandise won't end up in enemy hands. Please understand that the safety of our corporation depends on it, and that I don't want any of my superiors to learn about this type of transaction.
I hear where you're coming from. Don't worry though, the stocks won't be resold together. I'll spread them out here and there so no one will be able to track the sales back to you. And obviously, with the stocks disseminated, your enemies will have a harder time mounting a strong enough offense to harm you.
Do you have a wide enough network to disseminate the merchandise afterwards? It's true that that's a pretty good solution. Very well then. I think that we can do business. Someday, I will kill that madman.
Who is this mutant? Why did he kill the merchant?
Cain. He refused any type of relationship with humans, and I guess that is his way of showing me that he disagrees with my trying to do business with them. But he failed the negotiation I had been working on for months without even realizing that we need these weapons. Anyway, I guess I need to find another way to stock up.
work, all those negotiations, all for nothing. Your rival's an idiot, Phobos. All he seems to want to do is piss off humans. He doesn't even seem to get it. Without humans, without Noctis, Mutant Valley's never gonna amount to shit.
I know that, and you know that, and he knows that. He just does not care. He'd rather die than rely on humans.
Listen to me. This idea that you need humans to survive, I can see how it can get annoying. But you have to admit that the other way around is true too. I know how hard it is to need someone who's treated you like dirt.
Stop Sleazeville!
Why are you saying that?
You kidding me? You can't see that this poser prince is using you to restart a war so he can fucking swim in serum?
Even if Abundance has tried to kill me, I don't know if I'm ready to do this.
Don't be daft, boy. Victor Watcher, the ill-intentioned illiterate, wants to kill you, not Abundance. And what about those poor soldiers who, I'm afraid, yes, will pay dearly from a new war? The prince is charming, but it's just a mask, a disguise for his evil. At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised, but I would be appalled if they were collaborating.
I agree this mission is distasteful, but I'm sure there are other motives here. Dandolo is not the type to wave a red flag just to provoke a new war. He knows how delicate the situation is. As for the costume story, I'm sure he also has some productive purpose for that, too.
Yeah, no shit. The purpose is to get rich quick.
Don't forget, Dandolo is a merchant first, leader second, humanitarian third. Coming from a corporation, it might be hard for you to understand, but he's essentially driven by self-interest. Morality isn't the issue. It's not about good or bad, it's about what's profitable. Dandolo is simply an opportunist, and if the peace between Aurora and Abundance is sincere, then one isolated attack shouldn't instigate a whole new war.
I know this doesn't feel right, but remember, you don't owe Abundance a thing. And even if they do go back to war, it's because they were already hungry for a fight. With Dandolo, you just need to read between the lines sometimes. When we get there, maybe we can try something a little craftier and avoid a conflict altogether. I think what he really wants are the costumes, though I'm not sure why.
Talking to them can answer the question you've been asking yourself. Are they friends? Brothers, maybe? Or just enemies?
Halt! Don't move! What are you doing? In case you haven't heard, there's been a truce and a peace treaty's being negotiated.
Yeah, we heard. Truth is, though, we're not part of Abundance anymore.
If you're seeking asylum, I'm sorry, but...
That's not what we're after. Even if the deal's tempting... Just listen. We work for a guy who wants nothing more than to restart the war between your corporation and Abundance. We were sent to attack you and make it look like Abundance broke the truce.
So why are you telling me?
Because I've seen too much blood and war for one lifetime. But I need a favor. Our backer wanted us to bring back your uniforms to prove we accomplished the mission.
Your employer won't just take your word for it? Doesn't sound like such a good employer. Here, take this key. It'll get you into our stock over there. We always have some spares. You're a Technomancer too? What a shame. Would have been nice to just talk. Exchange information we know about the settlers. About Earth.
Maybe another time, yeah? Thanks for the key.
Death to the humans! Cain avenges us!
There are troops from Cain here? Then we must fight, Zachariah. We have no other option. I'll explain later. I am sorry for that attack. Cain's troops are increasingly out of control.
You're not responsible for what every other mutant does. Who's Cain?
A leader who wants to exterminate the humans. He says it is the only way for us to be free. He is a violent brute, but very smart, too. So he is very dangerous. And he gets more followers each day from those of my kind who grow tired of how humans treat us. From those who want vengeance and freedom, even if we must get it through blood. I do not think that is the way, though. Someday I will have to fight against him, but for now, we must go back to Noctis.
Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Voila. Dandolo will have his costumes.
You think he likes playing dress up or some shit? Because, I mean, I don't really see the point.
He's an offbeat fellow, but I can't imagine him dressing up in front of the mirror, though I can't imagine the pompous laughter if he liked the way he looked. Nah, he must have buyers. Dandolo asks for things for a reason. However indirect his requests may be, they're always planned investments that he anticipates to pay off in time.
These unis better make him happy. I don't want to keep running errands for the Prince of Dress Up.
I could be wrong, but I am doubtful his request will stop here. He is the Prince of Merchants. He'll maximize what he can get out of every friend and acquaintance.
Let's hurry back so we'll still have some time to eat. I am famished. Who knew that walks in the desert could be so... Am I in the mood for something bitter or umami?
It might seem like we're running pointless errands, but isn't it nice here? We are fed, housed, and welcomed by friends, and far from Victor's madness.
Yeah, we get it. You like Dandolo. But I'm still the one who's driving us around, and this is the last time I act like a fucking costume rental service.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
We found the Aurora convoy you wanted us to hit. I got the uniforms you wanted, but sorry, Dandolo, I couldn't bring myself to start another war.
That was... naive, Zachariah. Both corporations, with or without you, are working on their own excuses to return to war. Aurora for pride, and Abundance for revenge. You only delayed the inevitable.
Fine, but their blood won't be on me.
Need I remind you that we welcomed you with open arms when you had nowhere else to go? Fine, fine. I have another matter that you can take care of to make it up to me. Remember earlier when I told you Ophir's Vori have their sights set on Noctis? Want a foothold in my city that'll let them reach the other corporations? Well, the thought's been eating at me. Makes me sick to think of their violence intruding on this city. Luckily, up till now, it was just a distant threat. Scuffles in our fair city, and the attitudes of some of our newer inhabitants, make me wonder why they haven't already found their way in.
What do you want me to do exactly?
Investigate. Suss it out. You know the Vori, their methods, probably even some of their members. If they're here, I'm sure you'll see them. When you do, lure them out, then kick them out. We don't want them here. Oh, one more thing, probably nothing. I'm sure you're aware the ASC now controls Ophir. And, as I'm sure you can imagine, its constant surveillance makes it difficult for our underground matters. All thanks to new asinine restrictions created daily, like a tightening noose. So I need you to smuggle some of our merchandise in through the city's underworks, as you call it, to one of our clients. And since I know you know them well, it should be a cakewalk for you. And lucrative. Very lucrative. My property manager will give you the goods.
I'll do my best. I thought the city accepts everyone, or just everyone but the Vori. I doubt everyone you've let in here has a spotless record.
Certainly, but most come here to start a new life. Perhaps they were crooks, bandits, maybe worse, but they're repentant crooks, bandits, and maybe worse. The mobs aren't coming here to change. They're coming to spread their ways. The Vori, as you call them, try to set up parallel governments everywhere they go, sticking their fingers in every little pie, affecting free market, getting their way with violence. Their ways affect the trade and proper functioning of our people. Not to mention that Mr. Anton Rogue started a little pissing match with me. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna lose.
What's the merchandise? What kind of client is it? So I know what I'm getting into.
Sure, only fair. In Abundance, there are those who, despite fear of Victor and his ASC cronies, are willing to go to any length to combat his control and corruption. They're terrorists to some, opponents to others, rebels to many. Whatever you call them, they need certain resources to do their work. Weapons, communication devices, information. Anything any soldier needs. I don't agree with their tactics or idealistic dogmas, but they've been good to me. They always pay on time. You'll be meeting with one of them, giving them gear for their attempted revolution.
What's the word on Anton Rogue?
A bastard like no other. My worst enemy and biggest threat. I've done my damnedest to make sure my existence, like this city, is little more than a vague rumor. Anton Rogue, though, knows damn well that me and this city are real. Just doesn't know where to find us. At least I hope not. He's big business competition, hopes to push the power of his organization into every corporation. And what better way for him to do it than through us? I do what I can to prevent him from reaching us, but he's not a man who quits till he gets what he wants.
Then why even try to stop him? It's just business, right?
True enough. But his methods aren't good for my business, or yours. He's a product of the Abundance regime, and because of that, he only knows terror and violence as his tools. I prefer, well, more tactical methods.
Greetings, Zachariah. Has there been a unanimous decision? Not that you need it. If a grumbler remains, I'm sure the others will manage to convince him.
Not yet.
Then come back and see me when it's done. I'll be standing in for you until then.
Had another power outage this morning.
God damn! It happens a few times a day now. Think it's those thieves?
I know it's those thieves. They dismantle the wind turbines piece by piece and resell them piece by piece. They must be damn crazy to steal from their own city's electricity generators.
Nope, just damn selfish.
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking for?
Dandolo asked me to check in with everyone around here. Just wondering if you've been a victim of threats, extortion, or robbery lately.
Look, why are you looking to rock the boat, huh? There are men that you don't want to mess with. But if the prince trusts you... Yeah, a couple of scary-looking guys have been making the rounds, threatening a bunch of us. We pay them loads of serum or they say they'll bankrupt us. Those that said no are slowly losing their businesses.
How's that?
Their merchandise is getting stolen or ruined. One got beat on his way home. The rest of us are staying scared and paying what they want.
Where can I find them? Nah, don't worry. They won't bother you after I'm done.
Yeah, they just don't make things worse for us, you know? The ones I've seen hang around the center of the market.
Then that's where I'll go. Relax. It's gonna be over soon.
This is no fear. Noctis's heart lies in its market. And once you control the market, taking the whole city is merely a formality. If this keeps up, Dandolo has a right to be worried.
Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. What's your...
Sir, please, help me! They killed me! Sir, I'm sorry to... I heard you help people around the city. Heard you had compassion for those in need. I'm sorry. My name is Carlotta.
Zachariah Mancer. What can I do for you?
It's my husband. He's gone. He just... I know he's dead. I know it. Whoever did it, please. Find whoever did this to him. Find those men.
What men, ma'am? You saw men take your husband?
No, I mean, I don't know. Some men came to find him a while ago. Threatened him, saying they wanted him to pay him serum in return for their protection. He said no, and their threats got worse. Then one morning, when I wasn't there, something happened at the shop. Everything was overturned, broken, and Fabio was gone. I know they did it!
All right. It sounds like the Vori. And if it is, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna find your husband alive either. I'm sorry. But do you know where I could find them?
Last time I saw them, they were around the community soup. Please make them pay for what they did.
I'll do my best to find them, ma'am. You've got my word.
This brave woman is now alone, all because of the Vori. If they succeed in taking a foothold here, there is no telling how far their influence will spread. Nobody will be safe. The thought is disconcerting.
Do I see Vori and Noctis? No, look at that, I do. Your cover's blown. Get out.
Sure. Right after you.
I want to make sure you understand a few things. First, I'm a Technomancer. Second, you know someone that can get shocked so bad that they permanently forget their own name, right? I suggest you think about those two things while you start packing.
You torture us over this. Really? Fine. We'll get out of your damn city. But I'd watch out after we tell Anton about this.
Hey there. I was told to come find you.
Looking to smuggle merchandise to Ophir? You've come to the right place. Hope Dandolo explained the risks.
Not really, but I know Ophir well enough. You probably just didn't want to worry me.
You may think you know the city well, pal, but you've never tried to go through it with contraband. You find yourself caught by customs agents or guards, and they ain't gonna slap your wrist. Good luck!
A little unsettling how a Technomancer's power is required to smuggle goods into Ophir. The ASC's influence really knows no bounds.
Look at it this way. Plenty of corporations would have been proud to have single-handedly wiped out smuggling.
Oh, I'm sure. However, in this particular case, I think the only proud party is the ASC.
Hey, Mr. Mancer, please?
What's going on?
Well, my name is Marco, and I'm in charge of the network of wind turbines in Noctis.
Nice to meet you, but I don't really know why you're reaching out to me.
Well, I know that you've helped our prince, and I thought, I have a big problem. We're dealing with a series of robberies like we've never experienced before. Many wind turbines have been taken apart and their components have disappeared. Without this source of energy, the city could disappear. The water, the electricity we use, everything comes from the wind turbines.
You want me to find the thieves?
Well, yes. I was told that a mutant thief had in his inventory parts that seemed to come from our facilities. If you could interrogate him?
Why don't you do it yourself?
That's because he's a thief. Not really the nicest kind of individual, you see. And there are probably more people behind all this. Please?
Fine. I'll see what I can do. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. You're a robber, right?
Don't like that word. Don't consider myself that. I recover things people leave behind in the desert. I take nothing from nobody. Got cool things, though. Collect it, repair it, trade it.
When you say people who left stuff in the desert, you talking about settlers?
Sure. Yeah, in part. Found some settler items in the ruins, but my stock is interesting things from all over. Shadow paths, and even places pretty much in the middle of nowhere. I even found an old rover, out of commission and in bad shape, yeah? But there was some cool parts I salvaged. The driver was dead, so I figured I could make better use of it than him.
I see. Tell me, these wind turbine parts that I see, where did you find them?
I can't remember, dude. Probably somewhere. That's for sure. Sorry.
Listen, you must know that the city relies on those wind turbines. By taking them apart, you put everybody in jeopardy. I know you're not like that. I can see it. It's not you who was managing the trafficking. Tell me who's behind all this.
Alright, look. I'm just small potatoes, you know? Dudes behind this, though? Don't fuck around. I didn't know that when I started. Just thought it was a no-sweat way to make a little serum behind Dandola's back, right? It was bigger than I thought, though. A lot bigger. Guys behind it are not dudes I like dealing with. Got bigger agendas. Not that I know this, but you can sense it, you know? Scary guys. From your corp, I think.
The Vori?
Yeah, that's right. The Vori, that's them. They're up to something else in the Gate District. You want a world of trouble, man? That's where you can find it.
Hey.
Hey, can I help you?
I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I need some serum, a lot of it. And from what I've heard, there's a way to make it quickly with you. With the turbines. I keep a low profile, and I know how to fight when I have to.
Yeah, you look like the tough type, but I don't know you. Never seen what you can do. Don't know if I can trust you. You up for a little challenge to test what you can do? Good. I need you to steal some gear from the site right behind us. You do that, and maybe we'll talk about you joining a gang on a more permanent basis. Watch your ass, though. We've hit the place enough times they started noticing what parts are going missing and have added a lot of guards lately. If you get caught, I don't know you and you don't know me. We clear?
Yeah, we're clear. Hey there.
What do you want, human?
My name's Zachariah Mancer. The Merchant Prince sent me to give you a message. You're not wanted here, so get the hell out. End of message.
Message received. Now return this message. Eat my ass, you prick. My boss said we should stay, so we're staying. End of message.
And there's the reason I'm not surprised you're still just a grunt among the Vori. Let me help you out a bit. You know what happens now that you've been spotted here. 1, you're smart and you leave, or 2, the Merchant Prince is gonna pin your ass down naked in the desert for a long, long date with the sun. Then watch you die a slow, painful death.
You're not right in the head, Mancer. Yeah, we'll leave, but I promise Anton's gonna make you pay for this.
Never would have thought they'd disguise themselves so well. They're either getting smarter, or someone a lot smarter above them is calling the shots. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Stop right there! Nobody enters by order of the prince!
Door's locked from the other side. Guess we're going around.
Ah, now there's a familiar fucking face. The notorious wanted Mancer from Ophir. You have any idea how much serum your head's worth? If the boss hadn't told us to stay away from that contract, I'd have it in a bag right now.
I got wind of a little wind turbine trafficking thing being run by the Vori. Ring a bell?
Shit. Knew there was more to it than this goddamn serum. Yeah, I know about it. But before you get all pissed off, Mancer, I'm not in charge, alright? The boss hired a whole bunch of people who specialize in this type of looting. I think he was hoping to stabilize the city, but fuck, those guys are out of control now. They make tons of serum, while us little guys make none, and now, the little operation's threatened to shut down the whole goddamn city. Obviously they were gonna get caught eventually, morons. Listen, if you want to beat him or kill him or whatever, it helps us out. The boss isn't quite satisfied with their services.
Then who's the one in charge?
This guy knows how to keep a low profile, but he knows that if he shows his face around here, we're gonna teach him a lesson.
Not low enough for me not to find him. How'd you find Noctis? Not like it's on a map.
Just like everyone else here, a smuggler got us in. And why wouldn't we? Ain't everyone welcome in Noctis? Total opposite of Ophir. We just blended in with the crowd escaping that shithole city, and the rest is the present. And damn if I don't love this place. So much opportunity. A breath of fresh air unlike the stale bullshit of Ophir. A lot of serum to be made here. Not as much corruption, for sure, but we're working on that.
Dandolo sent me.
And you want me to give a fuck?
You and the Vori have been extorting and murdering in Noctis since you got here. We're tired of it, and we're asking you to leave. Nicely. You're not wanted here.
Oh, okay. And I'm supposed to say, thank you for asking so polite? We'll be leaving now? Boss said you were smart, but I'm starting to think otherwise. So here's what we'll do. We stay, you act like you don't know we're here. Maybe down the line, I throw some work your way. Good? Good. All right, go on. Get out of here.
Maybe I wasn't clear enough. You're in real trouble here. I know you fear Anton, but Dandolo can be even worse than your boss when he wants to be.
Yeah, I know. He's the only guy dangerous enough for Anton to even pay attention to. Fine. We'll move out. But this ain't even close to being over. Anton Rogan could type to ever back down from a fight. He might regroup, but when he does, shit hits the fan.
I better go talk to Anton. Otherwise, he won't stop sending men until we cave, and he wins. Here's everything you wanted.
Well, it's nice to find someone you can rely on. Look, I'm not the group's leader, so I can't make you a member, but go see the boss. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to bring you in after what you just did for us.
And where do I find him?
Go to the canyons at night, next to the freight elevator. It's where we usually meet. I know it's not official yet, but good to have you with us.
Good to be with you. Thanks.